Hey, Martin here, and I got the brand new Huawei Mate 20 Pro over here, and I wanted to know how the new Kirin 980 processor baked on 7nm performed to another Chinese flagship smartphone, the Xiaomi Mi 8, running the Snapdragon 845, costing half the price, and both have a heavily modified skin on top. So let's get started to see the differences. First of all, I made sure that both phones run the latest software available, and for your information, keep in mind that the Mate 20 Pro is running on a pre-released software. Now, the screen resolution of the Mate 20 Pro is set to Full HD, and both are on the medium brightness setting. Both phones are also in airplane mode with just Wi-Fi enabled and are recording the screen to make it even more intensive. Now, before we start, I made sure that the devices were rebooted and that there were no background tasks. So I will just start to open all the applications, wait until they're ready, and then go to the next application until we opened all of them. As you can see, sometimes the Huawei Mate 20 Pro is definitely faster, and sometimes it's really hard to tell and we consider it a draw. Now, it's interesting to see that Netflix, for example, is faster on the Mi 8, but then on the other video platform, YouTube, the Mate is performing better. PUBG, a large and heavy game and one of my favorite games over here, we see that the Huawei Mate 20 Pro wins big over here. Now, as you can see in many of the applications, it's either a draw or that the Huawei Mate 20 Pro is slightly faster and rarely slower. The only noticeable difference is in the more depending applications and games that often the Mate 20 Pro performs better. What I find super interesting is to see how those devices perform under a full load. So all the applications are still open, and now if you ran 𝙤𝙯𝙘𝙀𝙀, the score becomes very interesting. So let's fast forward and you'll see what I mean. Now, that is very interesting to see that the Mate 20 Pro scores slightly lower than the Mi 8, and of course it depends on a lot of factors, but still the scores are close enough to consider they're both super fast. But I expected the Mate 20 Pro a little bit better, but it also comes down to RAM management, for example, and a whole lot more, but still the devices are really fast. It doesn't only come down to the processor, the reading and writing speeds are as important as the processor. And Android Bands is a really nice tool to show you which device is faster in terms of those reading and writing speeds for storage. And I think it's very clear who's the winner over here, the Mate 20 Pro. They use super fast storage and will make you feel that the device is faster in general when writing and reading data. Now, eventually I also wanted to know what the speed difference is between the two regarding Wi-Fi. Both devices are made from metal and glass, tested from the same location and at the same time. So it's all up to the antennas, but the differences here are minimal, as you can see. Now, booting up the devices is also a very interesting way to see how well everything is optimized and how heavy the skin is, or how well optimized Android is, because there's of course a difference, Android 8 versus Android 9, but I found it interesting that it took the Mate 20 Pro quite a bit longer to load. Last but not least is of course the face unlock, and here we can see that the Mate 20 Pro is the winner, although once again I don't find the differences huge, but most likely if we will count it in percentages, it will be a lot. In the end, it's not only the hardware that counts, because the software plays maybe an even more important role. And I understand that it's difficult to test and compare devices based on speed, but still I hope this gives you quite a good overview of what the differences are between a $1,000 device and a $500 device. Thank you so much for watching. If you have some comments, questions or suggestions how to test the speed test the next time, let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video if you did so. And once again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see all of you in the next one.